Rotten potatoes are nasty. Just putting it out there. I had to clean some nice rotten potato. Did I say tomato the first time? I meant potato. Rotten potato juices up. Nearly gagged. Nearly died. That's like a form of torture. But yeah. Pick up right where we left off. I did go back and grind just a little bit. We're all at level, well, Machias, Rean, Gaius, and Elliot are now all at level 7. I see they didn't fix that in the recent update. There's supposed to be a nice background, but I've already dropped 6 frames. Jesus. I don't know if that was in transition or what. Oh, fuck your background, Garcon. How dare you? Rean's a vampire.
Alright.
He has no reflection. Oh my god. This explains a lot, actually.
Time to
Look
get
at this
going.
nerd and his family. God.
Oh, Rean!
What's up, nerd?
Morning, Elliot.
Good morning. Are you heading to school now too? How about we walk there together?
How about I'm too cool for you?
Sure.
Now get out of here.
It's getting late, though, so we might need to pick up the pace a little.
No problem. I'm guessing everyone else left already, huh?
I think so. I'm not sensing anyone else on this floor, at least.
The entire dormitory is a vampire.
Gaius in
That's the
particular is
huge
probably
twist.
long gone by now, being the early riser he is.
Oh, okay then. He's not sensing anyone? What does that mean exactly?
I don't fucking know. Elliot, everybody in this series just, they can sense people. I don't know. Sup, how you doing, Cam? Oh, you're fine. The most you missed is Class 7 formed, and we beat up a gargoyle. And now we have ladies here. Oh, also the blonde one is kind of a bitch. And the, kind of purple brunette hair character, she's real sweet.
Morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Morning! Are
No,
you
he's
two on your
not.
way to school?
Yeah. Come on, Emma. We're going to be late. Hey, wait for me, Lisa. We'll see you in class.
I never would have guessed she'd hold a grudge this long. She knows it was just an accident, right? She has to.
For Cam's sake, Rean got a face full of nice, breasts.
Can't believe she'd be so sensitive.
No kidding. She's not even giving me a chance to apologize to her.
Well, as long as you keep trying, I'm sure she'll understand. Eventually. Class 7's got enough tension as it is, what with our two, prideful warriors at each other's throats. So I think it would be a load off everyone's mind if you and Elisa could make up at least.
I'll certainly do what I can, whatever that may be.
Well, first off, she ran into him from behind, so he got a back full of breasts, like, half hour into the game, and then a face full just after
These
that.
past 2 weeks have really flown by, haven't they?
Rean's a lucky guy.
It's funny. I went into this thinking combat practice would be the toughest part of the curriculum.
Talk to you later, Garcon.
Never would have guessed the academic side of things might give it a run for its money.
Well, strong in body and mind is pretty firmly embedded into Imperial culture. I do get what you mean, though. I figured I'd be able to coast through the year, but I've had to very quickly reevaluate that.
You too, huh? I wish I were as smart as Machias or Emma. They don't seem to be having any problems at all. But then, Emma got the top score on the entrance exam, and I'll bet you anything Machias wasn't far behind.
I'm sure.
Nah, he wants to play the game himself, Cam.
Eustace and Elisa are apparently doing really well too. As are Laura and Gaius.
Really? Guess I'm just gonna have to suck it up then. Though I really do hope they don't mind.
Huh? I'm not sure I follow.
Oh, sorry. You got me thinking about Eustace and Laura. I've been talking to them the same way I talk to everybody else, but they're both nobles, right? And Eustace's family rules over the whole eastern side of the Empire, so it kind of feels like I should address them more formally.
Well, they both said it was okay, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. Though you probably shouldn't go picking fights with Eustace every chance you get, like a certain someone else.
Yeah, man, don't fuck with Eustace. He's a snarky one.
Oh, I don't plan on it. I'd hoped they'd get along a bit better over time, but if anything, things seem to be spiraling downhill fast on that end. When the two of them are in the same room, there's just this constant tension in the air.
It's not all Machias either. Eustace seems to enjoy provoking him at every opportunity. I can't even imagine what it would take to make them see eye to eye at this point.
Yeah, I wish there was something we could do to help them get along.
Set up a blind date. Make them just, like, run into each other randomly. It happens all the time on TV. Usually works out in the
That's where we'd
end.
be if we weren't in Class 7.
I mean, Machias does have a gun, so I don't think that would be the best idea.
Dormitory number 2, for all the common folk like us.
Yeah, I guess so, huh? I'm still kind of shocked that Class 7 gets to have its own dormitory. Though, to be fair, I think that building was abandoned till this year. Seems like they renovated it just for us.
Well, they did a good job. It's got a nice feel to it. I just wish it were a little closer to the academy.
Hey, you're in our way. Step aside at once.
Oh, we got nobles?
Ah,
Oh, we got rich boys.
Class 7, I see.
Nice haircuts, I see.
is something the matter?
You're just a ragtag bunch of nobodies, aren't you? Come on, we're leaving.
Yes, Patrick! A word of advice. You might be part of a special class, but that doesn't change who you are. Never forget your place.
Ooh, I just want to deck them right now.
So they're from one of the upper classes. This is why I hate talking to them.
Unfortunately, that attitude is all too common among the nobles. Thank goodness Laura and Eustace aren't like that.
Yeah, that would be pretty bad. That's the infamous dormitory number 1, where all the nobility lives. It's supposed to be super fancy inside, with maids and butlers and everything.
Wow, really?
I mean, you can see a maid sweeping right outside from your
Guess
position.
that's our cue to pick up the pace.
Yeah, sorry. Oh, hey, have you picked out a club to join yet? Doesn't sound like you have to or anything, but it's probably a good way to meet people.
No, I'm still looking. It's hard to decide on one.
Oh.
Stand, bow. Be seated.
As I'm sure you're all well aware, the Erebonian Empire was driven to the brink of collapse roughly 250 years ago.
Who's ready for an information dump?
This was brought about by the conflict we know as the War of the Lions. A civil war lasting several years, staged over the throne of the late emperor by the most powerful of his potential successors. But of course, I'm not here to tell you that. If I were, I think even young children would be able to pass this course. Rather, I'd like to discuss the effects this had on the Empire as members of the aristocracy were drawn into the war. Many hired mercenaries turned to looting and pillaging, and a similar trend could even be seen among some of the knights. The land was left utterly devastated, and morale was at an all-time low. But then, lo and behold, into this nightmare stepped a man willing to take a stand against this bloody war of succession.
A man with the largest dick imaginable.
He was a wandering prince who began to rally forces from the outskirts of the Empire, and would go on to make quite a name for himself. And that name, of course, was Drycles Ricey Arnor. He would later become known as Drycles the Lionheart, the 73rd Emperor of Erebonia, and father of the Renaissance. Not to mention the founder of this very academy. Drycles' army was initially rather small in number.
This game is full of nice little touches.
But as he traveled across the Empire, winning over the hearts of influential sympathizers, his forces rapidly increased.
It's not only like limited to this game, but pretty much every Trails game has these little touches that make the world feel more alive.
Rean Schwarzer, would you care to tell the class?
What? The place where Drycles first started to gather his army. I don't remember. I think it's the Nord Highlands. Yes. Haha. No, I didn't need your help, Elisa. Sit over there and be tsundere, alright? Just stay over there, alright? By making good decisions, acting appropriately, and completing quests, you will gain AP. When you've accumulated enough AP, your rank will increase the next time you report a quest. There are 15 ranks, ranging from B7 to A0. And every time your rank increases, you will receive a perk from the Academy. A lot of good items from them, so we want to have as much AP as possible.
Nice work, everyone. You made it through another grueling day of classes.
The face full of breasts is another little perk.
In case you've been living under a rock, please don't forget that tomorrow is your first free day. It's not technically a day off, but there are no classes, so it's up to you what to do with your time.
So it's a day off.
Why, you could go shopping in the capital if you wanted to. Or just do what I do and sleep all day. Sleep is so wonderful.
I agree, Sarah.
Will the Academy's facilities still be open for our use?
Yes, I'd like to be able to use the free study area in the library myself.
Of course! This school shuts down for no one. So feel free to patronize any and all facilities as you like. A lot of clubs have meets scheduled for these free days as well, so anyone who's joined one should probably check on that.
I see.
I'll be certain to do so.
Also, before you leave, we should go over what's happening next week. On Wednesday, you all have your practical exam.
A practical exam?
What does that entail exactly?
It's part of your combat training. You'll be graded on your performance, so make sure you're well rested and ready for battle by then. Might be a good idea to do some training on your own time too, just to keep from getting rusty.
Interesting.
I definitely don't like the sound of that.
Fee's already getting started on what she's going to do all her free day.
Oh, and one more thing. After the practical exam is over, I've got another important announcement about a major part of Class 7's curriculum that I haven't mentioned at all yet.
What?
Here it comes.
So, whatever you choose to do on your free day, make it count for something. That concludes today's homeroom. Machias, if you'll do the honors.
Yes, instructor. All rise.
Oh, this song. It's so good. Dang, Elliot, you work fast. I'm fairly familiar with the series. I've played Trails in the Sky 1, 2, and 3, and Trails of Cold Steel 1 and 2. I'm waiting so ever patiently for the Crossbell arc that comes before Cold Steel. Poor Rean being the guinea pig for everything. Alright. Let's talk to her real quick. Yep. Can't leave the student register. No, she's not. She's not that good of a teacher either, but I can forgive her. I can forgive her. Alright, let's run around the school for a little bit, get acquainted with it, eh? 1-3. So one of those little touches that I mentioned is the game feeling alive. And that is like, all of these characters are named. They have something to do. They have their own lives. They live them. They have their own relationships. Every time you get done with a chapter, something changes with their lives. Sometimes you get to not hang out, but like do quests for them to help them with their relationships and all. It's very nice. It's very connected. Oh, I can gush about this all day. You learn more and more about them as the games go on. See Margarita here. She really likes food. I wonder, got Colette here. She really likes shopping. And that's on the very superficial level because you just met them. But the further you go into the games, they get deeper and deeper. And you can just get lost for hours just talking to people. I'm going to try to tear myself away from talking to people just to actually get through the game. But man, it's nice. I don't have fast travel, I don't think, so I'll just have to do it like this. There's more to Thor's than just the main building and all its classrooms. There are many other facilities located on campus. The auditorium is used for events like the entrance ceremony. Although this building is normally closed, it will be open during certain events. The field is home to more athletic activities such as practical exams. Many sports clubs such as the lacrosse and riding clubs use this area to practice too. The gymnasium is used for general training purposes. There you'll find the pool and the training hall. Those two facilities are managed by the swimming and fencing clubs respectively. As such, the gym's usually a lively spot. The engineering building is this little shit pile. While you can't enter for now, you'll find yourself here again and again during your time at Thor's. The library holds books. You can also brush up on all of the Zemurian terminology you can handle. And student union building with all the clubs. Occasionally, you will see event markers displayed on characters and places. These show that an event will take place there. Key events are red, quest events are green. Alright. I really like these two, Hugo and Becky. Becky's Scottish for some reason. The banter between them gets better and better. What's up, Machias? How you doing? Oh no, he ran into Eustace. He's having a little fit outside. Let's go turbo mode. Back here is the old schoolhouse. Right back there. Here's the gardening club. This guy's name is Monk. You poor guy. Got the lacrosse team back there. Elisa's over there. We don't need to talk to her. Let's go ahead and go into the student union building. Oh, that's the gymnasium. Shit. Oh well, we can talk to Monica. Monica's nice. I've got to get reacquainted with the whole game again. That's the auditorium. I know that much. That's the that's the building I'm wanting.
This should be the student union building. I know the cafeteria is on the first floor, but I wonder where the student council room is.
Hey there, first year.
What's up, dude? You got white hair. That means you're pretty cool, right?
How's it going? Academy life been treating you well this past half month?
Oh, yeah, it has. It's not easy, but I'm managing. Mostly. Though I have a feeling it's only going to get harder from here on out.
Of course it will. Your class is going to be more intense than the others too. But you just hang in there, okay?
Okay. Wait. you're a second-year student, aren't you? Do you mind if I ask your name?
Hey now, let's not get ahead of ourselves. First things first, how about you let me show you this cool trick I've been practicing?
Trick?
You got a 50 mirror coin I can borrow?
I think so.
Cheers.
Then he just runs off.
All right, watch closely.
Watch closely. Do it.
Now, which hand is the coin in? Left or right?
It's in your...
Which hand is it in? Which hand is it in? I'm going to leave it up to you, Cam. We're going right.
Too bad.
Ah,
Guess you win.
Cam.
I'm usually pretty good at following moving objects, too. Though, wait. You said this was a trick.
You catch on quick.
Oh my gosh.
Keep up the good work, man. You're gonna need to be pretty tough to get through a year with Sarah as your instructor.
This dude's magic, I swear.
Oh, and the student council room is on the second floor, furthest room back. See you around. Have a good weekend.
Dude, where's my 50 mirror?
Wait! My 50... mirror. He got me. Andy seemed to know I was heading to the student council room, too. Somehow. Guy's good. I haven't met many of the second years yet. I wonder if they're all like that.
He's a very cool guy. I bet he sleeps during class. He's a delinquent.
At least now I know where I'm going. Though, if it really is open late, I guess there's no real rush. I might as well see what else people are up to in here.
On the first floor of the Student Union building, you'll find both the cafeteria and the campus store. As you might expect, the cafeteria sells a number of different kinds of food. Meanwhile, the store sells combat equipment like weapons and recovery items. You won't. This makes it the best place to stock up on supplies or buy new equipment on campus. Oh right, I wanted to show this. I forgot about it. So when you buy the game, you get some DLC stuff. I got faceplates, and you also get some free trial packs for items. Like healing items, quartz, palm baits, Zarin powders. Zarin powders are really, really good. I'm not going to open these just yet. You get 5 shining palms, which are pretty much 5 free levels. And you also get some accessories. So we get a little Mishi here. This is pretty much Falcom's mascot. Isn't it cute? It just hangs on Rean's arm. This is Noi. She's from Nayuta no Kiseki, which I did one video on, and then stopped. I need to do another Vex Stairs ad of it. And we can also have bunny ears. Just wanted to show that off real quick. So we have some mirror we can spend. Or downfit. Oh right, it's not open yet. Ah, I really wanted some weapons. Here we've got the literature room. Dorothy, wake up, come on. Dorothy, please. You're being spoken at, come on. Whoa, okay. Yeah, okay. I'm out of here. I have a friend you might like. I don't know if he's tall enough for you, though. His name's Machias. He wears glasses. Poor Stefan, he just can't win. Fishing club. It's not open yet. We got photography. And an unused room. Spooky.
Hello? Please come in. It's open.
I recognize that voice. Pardon the interruption. Oh, you're that girl.
It's been about 2 weeks, hasn't it? Welcome to the student council room, Rean Schwarzer. Instructor Sarah sent you, right?
Yes. So, you're a member of the student council then? I wonder if she got moved up a few years. She looks even younger than Fee.
Is something wrong?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just wondering, are you a second-year student?
I am, but there's no need for formalities with me. There's no junior or senior in my book. The name's Toa Herschel.
You're just cute as a button, aren't you, Toa?
I'm the student council president.
President?
Uh-huh. Does that surprise you? I'm sure I'll have plenty of opportunities to interact with you and the other first years during your time here. So if there's anything you need help with, you just come and let me know, okay? I'll do everything in my power to make it better.
Thank you. That's very kind. She's seriously the student council president? That's hard to believe. So, the reason I've come here is because you're holding on to something for Class 7, right?
Oh, of course. Here you go. Yours is the one on top.
Let's see. Oh, our student notebooks. I completely forgot about these.
I'm really sorry it's taken so long. Class 7's curriculum is pretty different from any of the other classes. And you're even using a different kind of battle orbment, so yours had to be compiled separately.
Meaning these notebooks have information in them about...
The Arcus, yes. All the student notebooks double as instruction manuals for their accompanying battle orbments. And the other first years are all using the same type as last year, so we could just reuse last year's template. But the Arcus type you're using works quite differently, so we had to write a whole new set of directions from scratch.
Okay, that makes sense. But wait, who's we?
Pretty much just me. Instructor Sarah asked me to do it on her behalf.
Oh, Sarah, you slacker.
Which means it's my fault this has taken so long. I'm really sorry.
Oh, no. If anything, it sounds like we owe you a huge debt of gratitude for putting so much time and effort into it. Is that really part of the student council's job, though? It seems more like something our instructor should be handling herself.
Technically, you're right. But she's always so busy. And I help out the other instructors a lot, too. So I don't mind lending her a hand from time to time.
What a nice person. Maybe a little too nice for her own good. I doubt she ever gets a moment's rest around here.
She's a bit of a workaholic.
So you just need me to give these to the other students in Class 7, right?
Yes, please. I really appreciate what you've all agreed to do, too.
Huh? What do you mean?
I heard all about it from Instructor Sarah. She said you've agreed to help out the student council with our work. It's such a nice gesture. You're really getting Class 7 off to a great start here at the Academy.
I'm sorry, I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Didn't you tell her that you wanted to help ease our workload? Something about wanting to better yourselves? To prove you were worthy of being a part of this prestigious new class?
And Sarah throws us under the bus.
She said you were all really eager to help out. So I should try to delegate some of my duties to you.
Thank you, my dear. I leave everything in your capable hands.
You sly
Wow,
fox.
indeed.
I'm sorry. Did I misunderstand her or something? Oh, how embarrassing. I didn't mean to start trying to force work onto you when you've only just enrolled.
There's no way I can turn her down. No. Instructor Sarah's absolutely right. Your plate is as full as I've seen, so if I can help you in any way, please let me.
Phew. I thought there had been a terrible misunderstanding there for a moment. worry, I won't give you anything too difficult. It'll mostly just be fulfilling requests from people in the academy and in Trista.
Requests?
Yep. Sometimes people send in feedback and list things they'd like us to do for them, and we try to help out however we can. I'll pick some up for you to do by the end of the day, and drop the list in your mailbox at your dorm tomorrow morning. Will that be okay with you?
Sure thing. Thanks. Dusk already? What a day. Can't believe she wound up treating me to dinner in the cafeteria. And she's still got more student council work to do yet. How is she so busy? Hello? This is Rean Schwarzer speaking.
Makes me laugh every time they get a call on the unit. Because the Arcus unit is as big as their head.
Guten Tag, my favorite little Wunderkind.
Don't use German at me, Sarah.
I hear you had a nice little dinner date with the student council president. Ooh la la.
If this is how you treat your favorite little Wunderkind, I dread to think how you treat people you don't like. Would you care to explain why you've been signing me up for things behind my back?
I'll skip the details for now, but it's got something to do with the other part of your curriculum that I'll be announcing next week. I thought it'd be a good chance for one of you to do a little rehearsal before the main event. And since the student council truly is busy, I figured, why not kill two birds with one stone? A fine plan, if I do say so myself.
I have a feeling half the reason they're as busy as they are is because of certain instructors. But alright, I'm happy to play along. Basically, you just want me to spend my free day tomorrow helping the student council, right?
Oh, that's entirely up to you. If there's a club you're interested in joining, far be it from me to force you away from it.
No, to be honest, I still haven't found one that really clicks with me, so that won't be a problem.
I mean, I didn't really look. I mean, I looked around, but I didn't look with a full heart.
There is one question I'd like to ask, though. Why me, exactly?
Because you're the main character.
This seems like the kind of task typically entrusted to the class president or vice president. So, Emma or Machias. And even if you were choosing based on social class, Eustace and Laura were both born into noble families. I wasn't. So what makes me so special, exactly?
Well, in a sense, you're effectively at the center of Class 7.
Pardon?
I'm not saying you're its leader, of course, but in a class full of nobles, commoners, and exchange students, you in particular are special. Surely even you can see that, no?
Well...
That's why I decided to give you first dibs, so to speak. I wanted to get an idea of how things might go from here on out. There's never been a class like yours before, after all. So there you have it. The beans have been spilled all over the place. Ball's in your court now.
Wait, what are you drinking?
Beer, of course. It's the weekend and I'm stuck wasting away in my room, imbibing libations. Alas, all by my lonesome. If only I had a classy gentleman friend who'd go out drinking with me. But woe of woes, such a man is nary to be found.
I can tell her voice actress had, you know, a fun time voicing her.
Are you okay?
Never better. But you, instead of trying to put everything in its place, why don't you just go with the flow for a change? It seems like you're desperately trying to find something. But if you don't plant yourself somewhere, you're just gonna blow away with the next big gust that comes along. And on that note, make sure you're back in the dorm by curfew and all transgressions will be forgiven. Toodles!
If I don't plant myself somewhere, huh? She may have a few screws loose, but she's got a point. Maybe I should just try going with the flow and see what comes of it.
Plant yourself somewhere, but go with the flow. You walk. That was a long introduction for Chapter 1, Jesus. It's a very, very long game. When I first played it, I logged in about 80 hours. Let's start with the girls first. She's, just not one for conversation. Overall, I have no idea. To be honest, it's probably The Sims 3, to be honest. It's my guilty pleasure. I pretty much just like building houses and shit. I don't know the exact amount of hours though, but it's gotta be more than any other game. But I want to find out your last name, Elisa. The second game I've clocked the most hours into is probably New Vegas. It's that one. That one's an empty room, and that's an empty room. Alright. Time for the boys. That's my room, that's an empty room. Just barge in. Just, yeah, it's fine. Yeah, Elliot's room is pretty nice. Got two big old cellos there. I can appreciate a man who's into his music. Yeah, Mario Maker would be a very good time sink. Just making levels. I bet you Mega Maker's gonna beat that one out, huh, Cam? Don't be an asshole, Eustace. I'm just trying to, you know, connect with you a little bit. That should be everyone. Let's take a look downstairs, hang out with Sarah, who's having a nice time with her alcohol. Nobody in the kitchen. Oh. Well, we gave everybody their notebooks. Oh man, this song is just making me all kinds of sleepy. That should be everybody, right? Yep. Alright. Oh, what a beautiful morning. The birds are chirping, they woke me up. Machias, give me your gun. Alright, so we got 3 quests, 2 are required and 1's not. From Principal Van Dyke, I have reason to believe that strange phenomena have been occurring in the old schoolhouse of late. As such, I would like to request that 1 or more combat-ready students look into this and report back to me. For more details, come see me in my office on the 1st floor of the main building. One from George. I've just finished repairing a bunch of orbital tech here at the engineering club, but I need someone to deliver everything. Stop by the engineering building, left of the student council union building, and I'll tell you more. And a noteworthy loss. By Colette. I kind of dropped my student notebook and now I can't find it anywhere. Would anyone be willing to help me look? I'll be looking for it on the 1st floor of the student union building, and I'd really appreciate it if someone lent me a hand. Falcom really enjoy having this side quest. be one of their firsts. The finding their wallets. Now view the Quests tab in your notebook. It automatically records the quests. Be accessed by pressing Select. Yep. Alright, and this game kind of has a social link aspect to it. In that you can hang out with whoever you want, but you consume a bonding point every time you do. On your free days, you can use bonding points to participate in bonding events with other characters. Different bonding events will be available during the daytime and evening. In the evenings on your free days, you will receive an additional bonding point. So that's another aspect of why I say every character leads their own lives. Even your classmates have their own things that are going on. You just participate in the event that they're doing, or not. They will still do it no matter what. You know, in like Persona, you have to do their social link. You have to do each step of their social link, or they won't do anything at all. I think if Persona adopted this style, it would help a lot. A lot. Is there anybody... I don't think there's anybody in the building right now. I think they all left. We'll do a check anyway. There's one person here. Elliot's in the house. What's up, buddy? No, I don't want to do that. I gotta remember all the buttons. Because there should be the map button that tells you where everybody is and who you can hang out with and all that good stuff. So what I usually do when I'm playing this is I do all of the quests first except for the one of the required ones. And then I talk to people, and then I do the final required quest. So we got a general goods store, clothing, accessory store, some books, some food. Yeah, there it is, quick travel menu. That's what I was talking about. So we got Gaius, Elliot, we can hang out with. We got Laura, and that's it. We got 3 people. That works out pretty well. So we gotta go to the... What's up, Gaius? He's having a nice cup of tea. Start out his morning. Lake Lord. That's a good name. You catch on quick, especially since it's in the name. Oh, thanks, man. Oh, it gets way more chill and relaxing. The fishing minigame will test your strength. Let's just say that. So yeah. Let's see how fishing is real quick. So we got some bait. Alright, let's do it. It's a mashing game. It's a little bit more forgiving than Persona 4 at least, so I don't have much trouble with it. But of course the higher you go in rank, the harder the fish become. Another sword tail. If you get all of the fish in the game, you get a really good item. Another sword tail? Come on now. And Kenneth just said this this little river is really good with diverse fishies. 3 swordtails is not diverse there, Kenneth, you liar. Alright, let's go ahead and pop off to the engineering building, why not? Meet George. Oh, it's pretty reasonable. As long as you go at a pretty brisk pace while you're doing the tapping. George Gnome. What a name. Towards the end of the game, though, it felt like I was going to break my Vita with how hard I was tapping. So this is where we're pretty much going to get all of our orbments, all of our magic stuff. Three of them? Come on, George, that's way too much. Yeah, rule of 3, I guess. Got an orbal skill for the cooking club. Nicholas, gotcha. Jeez, man. I don't know what it was with GameCube games, but and their extreme difficulty with minigames revolving around tapping and like moving the analog stick. I remember playing the DBZ Budokai game on my GameCube, and my hand was just raw. Pretty sure it was on GameCube. Antique orbital lamp and the wristwatch. Go ahead and start with this one then. Talk to George first. No, he's not going to give me anything. Okay, fine. I'm still gushing over how good this game looks on PC. Oh my god. It's so pretty. Let's see. We also have the Student Union building with that other side quest we need to do for Colette. What's up, girl? Colette, your mouth isn't moving. There you go. Yeah, let's do it. You're really, narrowing down all of the places it could be. I mean, you could probably find this thing. Alright, I'm pretty sure I remember where it's at. In the main building. Second floor. Over here? I think that's oh, yep. There it is. See, Colette, you could have done that. That wasn't difficult. You've done it once before. Yeah, I see a couple jacket pockets on you right now, Colette. Well, thanks for the accessory, Colette. Alright, she went ahead and gave us a silver chain. Defense 10 and prevents poison, which is very good. Ah. Alright, now we gotta go into the main building again. I should have stopped off there to drop off the scale, but... See, home ec should be in here. That's the music room. Domestic... Yeah, there it is. If I can get around the table. Sup, Nicholas? How you doing? Oh yeah, every area in this game that you end up visiting is very distinct in how their architecture is, and really reflects the area you're in very, very well. Like, Falcom's been doing that stuff for forever, and every town feels new and different, and you're probably going to remember them long after you finish their games. You're as virgin as my olive oil. Excuse you, sir, don't comment on my virginity. Oh right, and there's cooking in this game too. You can use recipes and ingredients to make food by selecting the note from the camp menu or pressing select and then choosing recipe. So we have 5 levels of your food. Great, unique, great, good, average, and just terrible. Gordon Ramsay would just throw up and smack you around. If you like the fishing minigame, if you cook every single meal with every single quality, you get good items as well at the end of the game. I'm going to hold off on cooking because there's a character who really likes to cook omelets, and he will be instrumental in us getting a lot of money. So let's head off to the park. I think I have to go to Mict. Let's see. No, that's not the button. Mict's Pawn Shop and Trista. Yeah, I remember now. What's up? How you doing, Mict? Oh, the blade deck. There's also card games. This game is chock full of so much stuff. So we got food and stuff. Food for right now. Items for... We got some ground bait if we ever want to fish again. EP charges, which are good. Tear bombs, yeah. Tear bombs, yeah. That's all we got for Mick. Turn turbo mode on and run off to Trista radio station. Yeah, that pretty much only stops towards like the end of the game, I think. You're constantly given new stuff. Turbo mode for real life would be just simply amazing. Alright, that's all of the items delivered. Monk's hanging out. He's happy. He's having a good time. What's up, George? I did the thing. Oh, George, you're so nice. Hooking me up with a nice radio. At factories, you can use SEPTA to unlock slots in your party's ordnance. To do this, select Modify Exchange and then Slot. You can synthesize quartz as well, make a whole bunch of them. And new materials to upgrade your weapons. And Sepith masses, as said before, can be exchanged for money. So let's go ahead and exchange the 444 flat Sepith masses we have. if I can do it, for a good 4,000 Mira. Oh, look at that money. Let's see, let's open this one. I think we can open all of these. Nope. Come on, Gaius. Yeah, it's fine. Alright, so I have an attack 1 on Rean. I think that having shield on Elliot would be good, since he is the magic user. Maybe even defense. I should have a defense 1 in my pocket, though. Forte's pretty good, we'll go ahead and get that. Shield. Crest is good for defense. And I think that's good. Alright, we got 2 quests done. If I hit my... Horrible delivery and a noteworthy loss are done. 4 AP each. Oh, also, everybody has a character page. I forgot to do this. Every character has a character page that you end up meeting, and it fills out the further along you get in the game, so long as you're talking to them. So more and more people will fill those pages up, and their entire story, if you've been part of it, will be recorded. No, we're talking to the purple-haired girl. And the very skin-tight biker out. Okay, I'm out of here. Alright, so let's talk to Van Dyke, and then we can talk to the other class members. Van Dyke should be... He should be here. Yep, there he is. What's up, man? How you doing? Oh, it it has a lot of replay value. So the bonding stuff, you're not going... Okay, so those character pages that I just showed you, you will not be able to get all of the character pages filled out in one playthrough. You need to do like multiple New Game Pluses to get everything. So if you're a completionist, it'll take a long time to fully beat this game. Alright, we got the key. For some reason our EP is down. Wonder why. Alright, if you give your food to Thomas, he's the one who gives you stuff. There's like 4 people. There's Margarita, there's Thomas, there's the maid outside of the nobles' dormitory. I think that's it. He's a very peculiar man himself, this Thomas Lysander, huh? Alright, so who do we go and hang out with first? Since we only have the 2 bonding points. We got Laura, we got Machias, and Elliot. Who you want to see first, Cam? Alright, we'll go with Laura. Talk to Bridget first. My old friend Alan apparently joined the fencing club, so I thought I'd pay him a little visit. Oh, aren't you nice? And she's part of the swimming club. Hey, get back into the text box. Gosh darn it. No reason at all. Maybe it's because your hair is dry. Despite just being in the pool. Ow! Jesus. So every bonding event we end up doing raises our link affinity with the person we just hung out with. And the link affinity ends up being very useful in battle. So who do we got next? My man, we got Elliot, the musician, Armachius, the stubborn coffee drinker. Don't know a whole lot about Machius. What's the name of the movie, my man? Alright, let's hang out with Machius then. How you doing, man? Eustace got you down? Look at the disappointment on Machias's face. What? You're drinking tea? How dare you do that in front of me? I can't say I've heard of that movie before, Cam. I probably have. Local hero? Nah. Sounds interesting, though. I'll probably, watch it sometime. Sip arrogantly. Just a couple of caffeine buddies. Alright, with the bonding points all gone, let's head into the old schoolhouse. Actually, I want to save first. No, I don't want to do that. I want to see what they have on sale at the Student Union building. That's what I want to do. Do you have anything, my man? Yeah, you do. Oh, nope. Nothing we don't already have then. Alright. 5 tier bombs, a couple EP charges. Oh, Imperial Chronicle. You can also read books, a lot of books. There are, like, tons and tons of books in this game that you can read. And just spend hours on just doing that. So we got politics going on. The government today held a press conference to reveal its annual budget. New plans to expand the military were announced. Strengthening of the armored divisions. reaffirming earlier statements made by Chancellor Osborne. Calvard Republic. Erebonia is pretty much at constant odds with Calvard. And that becomes a huge thing. Imperial diet, really, yeah. Politics is so boring. House of Representatives, House of Peers. Yeah, the budget in Heimdall. Oh, we got Governor Regnitz, Monkius' dad. Proposals have my full approval. The military aspects. The Imperial Transportation Act from Heimdall. This was for pretty much trams. And the Celtic Grand Market is being held. And the Rydford Group has a store now. Cool. So if you ever want to like keep up with all of the happenings outside of like Trista and stuff, everything going on in the rest of the Empire, you can buy the Imperial Chronicle and get learning. You can use your Arcus to call other members of Class 7 to help you out. Some characters will only be available to help after the story has progressed. So we're only allowed to use Elliot and Gaius for now. A fairly rounded out team. Got a healer, got 2 good damage dealers. Ain't too much to complain about. Oh, yeah. The old schoolhouse really lives up to its name for being really nice and spooky. Good atmosphere. Just take a look around real quick. The music really helps set the tone also, like, oh man. Oh yeah, I need to start picking up some of Kratos' videos as well. Give me something to do while I'm grinding out in other games. So yeah, the dungeon changes with each chapter, which is really nice. Alrighty. So we have this little machine looking thing. Don't know what it does. You get the power up and running. Oh, look at this leech motherfucker. Oh, it's so nasty looking. Oh. Combat links are a phenomenon in which connects Arcus users to each other. By sharing sensory input and mental impulses with one another, linked characters can fight together even more effectively. Fighting battles and viewing bonding events increases Link XP, and when enough Link EXP has been earned, that character's Link level will increase. A higher Link level between two characters will increase the variety of Link abilities they can use. And combat link settings through the tactics menu, and can be assigned through the yeah, you just told me that game, please, come on. So let's go ahead and start that up. I think this formation is alright. I'm pretty sure, if need be, his resounding beat can get us. We're going to go ahead and link... No, I don't want to do that. I want to link Rean and... Now let's link Rean and Gaius up, since we're going to be doing a lot of damage with each other.
Right.
Except on this one. Magic's probably going to be the main damage output for this one.
The wind's behind us. Let's go!
Performing attacks and certain crafts gives characters a chance to unbalance enemies. Successfully unbalancing an enemy allows you to perform a follow-up attack while they are off balance. The likelihood of unbalancing an enemy depends on the enemy's unbalance efficacy and the type of weapon used to attack it. I hope I said that word right. Yeah.
My turn.
Alright. So we don't know their unbalance. Just see how it is. There we go. Well, we do, it just told us, but, you know, if they didn't, we wouldn't know.
My turn.
Let's just Aqua Bleed.
Arcus activate. Ha!
That was decent.
Go.
Let's go ahead and use an Autumn Leaf Cutter.
There. Go.
It's my turn. We're open.
Go.
Right. Now.
Go.
Is that one paralyzed? Good.
There. Go.
All right.
Here we go. Another chance.
Leave it to me.
My turn.
And there's that battle.
That's that. Let's keep moving.
It went pretty well, if I do say so myself. Got a chest hiding back here. 107th of each. Nice. Take that. Oh, we got a palm.
It's my turn.
Get out of here.
Here we go.
Now's our chance. We can do this.
Go.
Palms are
All right,
sweet
let's do
looking,
this.
but they're also kind of evil.
All right.
Right.
See if we can make them all fall asleep. Yeah, most of them, yeah. See, they slurp up your CP.
Here we go.
That's not a good thing. We want that stuff. Oh, I can't get all three of them in there. That's bollocks. Get those two.
There.
Ooh, nice crit.
Here. It's my turn. Now.
My turn. Good night.
My turn. There.
Leave it to me. Now.
My turn.
Go.
Oh, you missed, Rean. What the heck?
Right. Is everybody okay?
Gaius also took some damage in that fight. Surprisingly. Let's see. That's pretty much the only way we can go. Let's break these pots. Ooh, a mint drop. Oh, look at that rock enemy. Look at him. He's so cute, isn't he? He's also a bitch to fight, but gotta do it. Another palm.
Leave it to me.
Look at his little face. Aw, ain't he sweet?
The wind's behind us. Let's go.
Go. There.
Ooh, didn't
Alright.
do a whole lot of damage at all now, did it? That ain't good.
My turn.
Let's see how magic works. Alright,
Leave it to me.
magic works pretty well.
Here we go. It's this.
Right. Arcus.
It's my turn.
Oh, you missed. Get a counter in, Rean. Do it, yeah.
Go. Arcus, activate. Huh. That's that. Let's keep moving.
Got out of that nice and unscathed. No more pots to break. Got some over there, though.
Now's our chance. We can do this.
My turn.
It's my turn. Now.
Go!
Right.
Here we go. Go!
Here. It's my turn.
Right.
Go!
It's my turn.
Here we go. Go! Here.
Oh,
It's
come
my
on,
turn.
he just got a tiny sliver of health left.
I go where the wind takes me.
There. Go!
My turn.
Leave it to me.
Here we go.
Ah. Sneaky little booger, come on. Fight me. Now fight me.
The wind's behind us. Let's go.
Go!
See. You're susceptible to sleeping. And the wind. Alright.
Arcus, activate.
It's my turn. Arcus, activate.
Here we go. There. Go.
Here. It's my turn. Arcus, activate.
My turn.
Too slow. My turn. There. Go.
Here. All right.
My turn. Is everybody okay?
I got two paths, eh? Oh. Get that chest. Oh, come on. Right at the last second, you decide to turn around on me?
Now's our chance. Let's get him. Here we go. Arcus, activate.
It's my turn.
Right. Arcus.
Here we go.
All right. We're open.
Go.
Right. Arcus.
chance!
It's my turn. There! Now!
Here we go!
2 health, 2 HP. It has 2 HP remaining. What? Come on. Heck is that?
Okay, it's safe for now.
I guess it could help if I put on those quartz. Let's see. Let's go Forte, tier, defense, and we can't do anything for him. What we got in here?
There seems to be a treasure
White
chest
glasses.
here.
Okay. It's probably another... It's probably something pretty good. Prevents blind. Should have guessed. Is that it? Is that it on this floor? Alright.
We made it through.
Man, already? That was short. Pretty sure we got a boss fight coming up. Let's see. How much new material do we have? Let's get this, that, and that. We'll get a Noyon for good luck. Get a Noyon for Rean. We'll get Mishion for Elliot, and bunny ears for Gaius. Oh, look at Gaius. Doesn't he look just perfect with those bunny ears?
Leave it to me.
Here we go!
Was it some good dessert? What'd you have?
This looks tough. Careful!
It looks bigger
Leave it to me.
while we're fighting it than it did when it first appeared. If I'm being honest. So we got a critical right off the bat, which is really good. Gale Stanger.
We're open.
Dark Breath will make you go blind. So let's do a resounding beat.
Keep it up, everyone!
I don't want to waste the 0 arts, but I have to motivate my crew.
All right, let's do this. Leave it to me.
Oh, jeez. You hit for... Whew. Didn't expect for that much damage. You're susceptible to freeze. We don't have anything to freeze you, though.
Take this.
My turn!
What about sleep? Nope, just regular for sleep, eh?
Here we go!
Oh good, he gets some HP back. That's not good. That's not good at all. No, ice cream sounds pretty good right now.
All right. We're open. My turn. There. Go. Here.
My turn.
And you get more HP back next turn. Really? What in the heck? I think the game's favoring the boss right now. I think the game's cheating for itself.
Give it up, everyone.
Here we go. All right, let's do this.
Got it.
Right. It's my turn. Now. Go.
As long as it can keep focus on Rean.
My turn.
Oh, he didn't get counter off there. What the heck, man?
There. Go. Here.
Right.
It's about halfway dead already, which is really good.
It's my turn.
Utilize the unbalance feature.
We're open. Go.
Pretty much how you're going to fight this battle. See, enemies target whoever's closest to them, so if you have anyone close to them and you have them with resounding beat on, they pretty much won't die, so long as resounding beat can heal for more than they're doing damage for.
There. Go. Here.
It's not too bad of a fight overall. I think we're pretty good for now. We don't have to do another resounding beat.
All right. Now. Go. My turn.
I mean, we're pretty much just juggling him.
There.
Oh, he's also stunned. It's really good.
Here.
My turn.
Let's put him to sleep. Try to. For the final attack. Oh, 189.
All right.
What in the world? Not too bad of a fight. Then again, it was probably our special accessories that helped us out.
I go where the wind takes me.
Oh, Gaius, you look so precious with those bunny ears on. And we're level 8.
Great.
I did it.
Nice.
So that's how the Nords do it. I do like how they also appear in the portraits. Oh, did you notice that Noi actually blinks when she's on your arm? That's so cute. That's the nicest little touch. Oh, that was the first floor of the old schoolhouse. Well, the underground first floor, I guess. Look at these dorks. Principal Van Dyke is going to look at you like, what in the hell do you guys have on? Oh, hey, look, a kitty cat. A catty kit. Oh no, Sarah's here too. I didn't notice, but Gaius has a little bunny tail, and it's clipping through his jacket. What the heck, guys? Alright, we got one more bonding point. One more person we can hang out with. We got Toa, we got Elisa, and that's it. So, Toa or Elisa? Alright. The student council president, we're coming for you. I gotta take off Noi. I gotta do it. I can't take Mishi off of the Elliot. Yo, Toa, wanna hang out? Want to have dinner again? Yeah, we're going to help her out. Oh, that was a nice little time, having some tea with Toa. I'm glad to be your shoulder. Well, you know, my shoulder's a little too high up for you. You need to grow a few more inches. He's like a full head taller than her, oh my god. Oh no. Ferris, you go help Elisa right now. Well, that's pretty much it, I think. I don't think there are any hidden side quests right now. I know later on in the game there's going to be a lot of hidden side quests we can do. Let's head to the bookstore real quick. Talk to Becky. I have no idea what you're saying. What's up, Emma? The Lit Club? That's cool. What you got on sale, Keynes? Have you heard of Red Moon Rose? It's a pretty popular novel these days. As a matter of fact, I happen to have the first chapter. Oh yeah? Nice. Who wants to read some Red Moon Rose? I'm going to be honest, I haven't even read Red Moon Rose. So this is going to be a treat. 18 pages, 18 whole pages, oh man. Get ready for late night story time. Chapter 1, The Red Moon. Our story begins in Erebonia during the Middle Ages, some 200 years ago. The War of the Lions had concluded in western Zemuria, and Emperor Dragles, a driving force behind its resolution, had been deceased for over a decade. The imperial capital Heimdall was a beautiful traditional city with rows of cheerful red brick buildings that had earned it the nickname the Vermilion Capital. In one back alley of the city, however, a solemn mood reigned. Soldiers in military uniforms paced up and down while a crowd of onlookers gathered to see what was going on. They clung to the edges of the scene, refusing to disperse no matter how many times they were asked. At the center of the commotion lay a young woman. Her skin was shockingly pale, as if not a drop of blood ran through her veins. On her neck, 2 dark red spots stood out in stark contrast to the pallid flesh. Seeing this, a middle-aged soldier let out a loud sigh and took out his pocket watch. It was just after 6. He gave a curt order to his subordinates to find out who she was, and the woman's body was swiftly carried away from the curious stares of the gawkers. After watching her safely borne away, he noticed a younger soldier following the woman with his eyes as well. Alphonse. He tapped the young man on his shoulder. The soldier started, seeming to realize that he was still on duty. Sorry, Gerard. Somewhat flustered, Alphonse adjusted his beret, then hung his head apologetically. Though snapped from his reverie, it was clear that he still had something on his mind. I believe I've told you before to address me as Sir while on duty. I am your commanding officer, after all, Gerard said jokingly. With a fond pat on the shoulder, Gerard reminded him to stay focused, and then left to give orders to the rest of his subordinates. Alphonse quickly returned to his post, silently grateful for Gerard's characteristically thoughtful gesture. Watching this exchange was another young soldier, the same age as Alphonse. Scowling unpleasantly, he gave an audible tut. The girl's untimely demise, though shocking, was but one in a series of grisly murders that were the talk of the town. Most of the victims were young women who had been out at night, and they had all met their ends through loss of blood. Or, put another way, the victims had died after having all of the blood drained from their bodies. Furthermore, all of the bodies which had been found had something else in common. Each had bite marks on their neck, as if they had been pierced by incredibly sharp fangs. It didn't take long for word of this to start to spread among the people of Heimdall, and all who heard rumors were quick to think of one of the many ancient legends which existed in Erebonia, specifically the legend that described immortal, monstrous creatures which roamed the land at night, feeding on the blood of humans. It was these very legends that eventually became the inspiration for the mass killings, his new moniker, the Vampire Murders. Why, thank you, Cam. I should contact Audible sometime, shouldn't I? That night, after his duties were complete, Alphonse made his way to a small tavern tucked away in a corner of the capital by the name of Allegria to enjoy a late evening meal. As he sat down to his dinner, a pretty girl near his own age, with a glossy chestnut ponytail, studied him with obvious concern. So how is it, Alfie? Is it nice? I hope so. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. The girl, Luca, had been Alphonse's friend since his arrival in Heimdall about 10 years before. A shy, nervous smile tugged at her lips as she continued to watch him. Alphonse felt a hot blush creep up his neck under her intense gaze. But he forced himself to eat. The beef stew she had made had a simple, yet comforting taste to it. Yeah, he assured her. It's really good. You've really gotten the hang of this. Luca relaxed at his words, and with a few quick self-conscious glances at the rest of the tavern customers, she seated herself opposite to him. Her courage seemed spent after this gesture, though. And they sat in awkward silence for some time until she managed a hesitant, How's work going these days? At the word work, Alphonse's hand, which was carrying food to his mouth, instantly came to a halt. Despite the so-called vampire murders going on for quite some time, they had been unable to find a single clue to the culprit behind it all. The corpse of the woman from that afternoon flashed across his mind's eye, and the pleasant flavor of the stew died on his tongue. So young. She must have had family, friends, perhaps even a partner, just like anyone else. She had her whole life ahead of her, and yet that life had been brought to a sudden end, just like so many others before her. What the criminal had done was unforgivable, but the reprehensible nature of the crimes wasn't the only reason that Alphonse was obsessed with this case. Though, sadly for him, there was very little that he could do to solve it now that he had been removed from the investigation team. Luca's soft voice brought him back from his thoughts. Alfie, just don't go overdoing it, okay? Her kind words made Alphonse realize how tense his expression must have become. Her concern embarrassed him. I'm fine, honestly, he said in what he hoped was a reassuring voice. Alphonse was a member of a unit of the Imperial Army, popularly known as the Gerard Team, which was, responsible for maintaining law and order in Heimdall. Gerard, the team's commanding officer, had long cared for Alphonse like a father, and it was his recommendation that led Alphonse to join the army and become a member of the team. Since then, he lived in a dormitory near the army's guardhouse. His meal at the tavern had finished. He sketched Luca a quick goodbye and took his usual route back towards the dormitory. An eerie red-colored moon hung full in the sky, bathing the brick buildings in a bewitching carmine glow. Walking along, Alphonse couldn't help but notice that the number of people on the streets at night was much smaller of late. Considering the culprit behind the vampire murder still hadn't been found, that was hardly surprising, though. And yet, despite the fact that barely anyone dared to take to the streets, new victims kept appearing one after another, as if to mock the soldiers who patrolled in the dead of night to keep them safe. The sense of fear in the city increased by the day, and was a deep unease shared by all, even the soldiers. Silently, he swore to himself yet again that he would stop at nothing to catch whoever was responsible and bring them to justice. Suddenly, Alphonse stopped in his tracks, his troubled thoughts interrupted by the sight of an unaccompanied woman walking ahead of him. The deep shadows blanketing the path made it difficult to be certain, but she seemed unsteady on her feet. To his further surprise, she then turned and disappeared down an even darker back alley. Considering the ongoing vampire murders, it was hard to believe that anyone could be so careless. With a resolute air, Alphonse set about following the woman, determined to call out to her and try to prevent her from coming to any harm. He entered the back alley. Gloom obscured all but the sharpest of angles. He squinted, willing his eyes to adjust. The soft outline of a woman's back took shape in the depths of the alley. "Well, excuse me, miss. I'm not sure it's wise to be." Alphonse forgot what he was going to say. Something was wrong. Slowly, the woman turned to face him. Her head hung limply to the side, long hair masking her face. A hint of eyes could be seen through the wild locks, but they held no focus, no awareness. She opened her mouth and moaned. Horrified by the disturbing figure before him, Alphonse froze. In an instant she was on him, arms outstretched. She lunged and seized his neck in a crushing grip. Taken completely by surprise, he fell backwards. The weight of her pinning him down. Slowly, methodically, she began to squeeze. He croaked. How could that seemingly lifeless woman be capable of such unnatural strength? No matter how hard he tried, he couldn't pry her hands from around his windpipe. All his training, his youthful strength, none of it seemed to count for anything against those unyielding claws. Her fingers dug deeper still, and the already painful absence of air became indescribable agony. From his low vantage point, Alphonse was able to see more of the woman's face now. It swam in and out of view of his oxygen-starved brain, but her pale flesh was almost luminous against the darkness of the night. Her lips were chapped and colorless. As she squeezed, they began to part in a hungry leer, the edges splitting. Dinner. Although Alphonse could barely understand what was happening, his instincts knew exactly what the woman was about to do. He bucked and writhed desperately in her grip, but her hold was too great. Black began seeping into his vision. Even as he remembered the saber belted to his waist, he was too weak to draw it. The blank-eyed woman thrust her face eagerly towards his neck, teeth bared and mouth yawning wide. Alphonse began to close his eyes. Death seemed his only choice. But just then, the world in his fading view exploded. Woo! Man, that was a chapter. That was a chapter, my man. You know, Keynes, you're a cool guy for giving me that. I thank you. Well, does Alphonse survive? Does he? We'll have to see next time, won't we? I think that's a good place to call it as well.